So hello everyone. So in this particular part, I'm going to discuss about the practical session related to loop. So those who have not watched my previous video that is related to the theory session related to the loop, kindly do go through that particular lecture. The link I have already shared in the description part. So in that particular video, just to connect, I will like to share. I have shared what is the loop. And the loop I have discussed that it is whenever we want to repeat some portion of a program, then we will definitely use the loop concept. So suppose I want to print my name 10 number times, 20 number times. So here the loop will be very helpful. Second important thing, there are a different type of loops available. Two basic one are for loop and while loop that I will discuss in that particular lecture. And the fourth important thing is that whenever we people are using loop in Python, we normally use a range function. So range, from name it is clear, whenever we want a range of number which will start from one number and it will end to some another number, then we will use the concept of range. So in short, we can say in this particular session, we will see how to execute for loop, how to use range function in loop, and the third important thing is how to execute while loop. So without waiting further, let's start the process. So here you can see that in this particular program, the agenda is I want to print my name 10 number of times. So, so to execute that particular program, we will use for loop. So the syntax will be for I in range 10. So let me clear once again. Range 10 will generate number from 0 to 9. Again I am repeating, it will generate number from 0 to 9. So whatever be the number here given, if suppose if it is a n, then n minus 1 number will be generated. So means 0 to 9. So you can say 0 to 9, there are 10 numbers if you will count. So how that particular number function will execute? Firstly, it will create 0 number. That 0 will be passed on to the I, and then this particular part will execute and it will print Rajiv Srivastava one number of time. Again, the control will go back to the for loop. Then the next number which will be created by range, that is 1, that will be passed on to the I. So second time Rajiv Srivastava will be executed. So 10 times, or you can say the 10 numbers generated by the range function. So that's why this loop will execute 10 number of times. So let's execute it. So I have selected this particular program and click on run statement. So here you can see I have received the output, and if you will count, so it will be displaying Rajiv Srivastava 10 numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is very simple. So how to execute the combination of for loop with range. Let's take one more example. In another example, for to better understand the range function or how range function is working, let us suppose I want to print number from 0 to 9. So here one thing I will like to clear those who have not seen the previous, that hash symbol will be used for comment statement. Means this particular statement will only for reading purpose, and these will not be executed by the Python. So let's see how to print number from 0 to 9. Again, the syntax is same, from I in range 10. So again, it will generate number from 0 to 9 because the range is 10. So it will generate number to up to n minus 1. So firstly, the 0 will be passed on to the I, print I. So 0 will be printed. Then the next number generated by the range function, that is the 1. So that's why 1 will be printed. And range function keep on transferring numbers from 0 to 9 to the I variable, and it will keep on printing from numbers from 0 to 9. So just to check, let's execute that particular program. I have selected that particular, and again click on run statement, and here you can say we will get the output from 0 to 9. So in this way the range function will execute. Let's talk about the next part. Now there is a many times when we people are printing number, I don't want to print the first number 0, but I want to start that number from some other place. For example, suppose I want to print number from 10 to 49. 10 to 49. So what we people will do here, the syntax of range will change. So here the first argument will indicate from where you want to start, and the next argument will indicate n minus 1. So as I have already discussed n minus 1, so it will explain that it will start from 10, and the number will generate from 10 to 50 minus 1, that is 49. So whenever we want, by default the initial number will be 0. So whenever we want to change the initial number, kindly do change your syntax and use the initial number, and the last number means n minus 1. So it is clear that it will generate number from 10 to 49. Let's execute that particular program. Again click on run statement. So here you can say it has started from 10, and it will keep printing the number. You can check here, you can check easily up to 49, up to 49. So in this way we can print number from any number to the last number, that is the n minus 1 number. Let's take one more example, and in this example, suppose I want to print the table of the 2. So table of the 2 we know very well. 2 1 is 2, 2 2 is 4, 2 3 is 6, 2 4 is 8, 2 5 is 10. It is like this. So I want print number means 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, then 10, in this manner. So here you people need to understand that three things we need to clarify in this loop. First, where the loop will start. So since we are going to print the table of 2, so we will start from the 2. Where we people will end. So we know very well the end number in 2 table will be 20. And the third important thing is, what is the difference between all the consecutive numbers. So you know very well the difference between 2 and 4 is 2. The difference between 6 and 4 is 2. The difference between 8 and 6 is 2. So all the three things which we people need to provide in range function. So let's see. So everything will be same. So here the first argument will indicate from where we want to start, that is the first number. The last number will be where we want to end. So since the last number will be 20, so that's why I have taken 21, because it will automatically consider into n minus 1. And the last third argument is very important, that is what is the gap you want between the first number and the next number generated by the range function. So since we want to print the table of 2, so the first number will be 2, then the next number we want to print 4. So that's why I want to increment every time the next number generated by the range function by 2. So it will execute like this. Firstly it will print 2, then it will add 2 into 2, that is 4, then again 2 will be added to the 4. So every time the next number will be generated, that will be added to that is 2 will be added to the previous number. So let's execute that particular program. So just select it, click on the run statement, and here you can see the wonderful output. So here you can check 2 is the number from it has started, 21 means 20 is the number which is the last number, and the gap between all the numbers is 2. So that's why I have taken here 2. Similarly, suppose I want to print the table of 5. So what we people need to change, from where it will start from the first number in 5 table will be 5. So we will change it into 5. And the last number will be 50. So we will make it 51. And we want the difference between all the consecutive number in 5 table is 5. So that's why here the third argument will be 5. And now if you will execute that particular program, now you can see the table of 5 will be printed. So now you can say the how simple it is to implement or how to repeat the some portion of a program by using or with the help of a loop. I hope it is very much clear to all of you. Let's talk the next important thing is that what is the or how to implement the while loop. So in every loop, again and again, I want to share that three things should be very clear: from where you want to start your first number, what will be your last number, and what is the gap between these all the numbers. If these three things you will identify in advance, then it will be very easy to write the loop statements. So suppose I want to print from 0 to 9. I want to print from 0 to 9. So what I will do, our loop will start from 0 because the first number is 0, and we want to print number up to 9. So that's why I have taken I less than 10. And what is the increment in all the different numbers? That is 1. So that's why I have taken I equal to I plus 1. So firstly, I variable will be created. It will be initialized by 0. Then the loop will start. It will check I, that is the 0 is less than 10. Condition is true. We will enter into the loop. So 0 will be printed. Then the I value will be increment by 1, means 0 becomes changed to 1. Again we will back to the while loop. 1 is less than 10. Again the 1 will be printed, and this process will keep on going again and again. And the last number after increment will be 10. So when the I value will be increased to 10, then 10 less than 10, the condition will be false, and we people will come out from the loop. So it is clear that this while loop will print number from 0 to 9. So normally in Python, what I have experienced, that most of the people will like for loop, but while loop is also the part of the Python. So at least the how to implement the while loop, that should also be clear to all of you. So just execute that part also, select that particular part and run it. Now you can say it has printed the number from 0 to 9. 0 to 9. So it's very simple. Again, if you want to change, I want there will be a plus 3 gap. So just change the increment. So I will change the increment to 3. Now you will see firstly it will print 0, then it will print 3, then it will print 6. So since I have changed the increment to plus 3, now if you will execute that particular part, now you can see the output of the loop will change accordingly. So again and again I am repeating, always remember three parts: where to start, where to end, and what is the gap between three consecutive number. If these things are not clear to you, sorry friends, you cannot write the loop statement not only in Python, in any particular programming language, whether we talk about the C, C++, Java. So this is the basic concept behind the loop. So thank you so much. Hope that part is clear to all of you. So kindly do like the videos. It will motivate to me. Kindly do subscribe. I will keep uploading the videos, and I have also putting the number in my all the videos. If you will follow that particular sequence, so definitely your Python concept will be clear, and you can utilize this concept for further programming. Thank you so much.